Hey guys, what is up? This is Lee from Team Liquid, and I'm going to be showing you guys my current 2021 warm-up routine, and let's just get right into it. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to do hand and wrist stretches. I think that it's super important that you start off with these, and I'll just show you quickly the ones that I like to do. So the first one that I like to do is just like stretching my wrist this way, just like moving it up, just like pulling it back a little bit. And I'm not going to just show you how to do all these ones, but I like doing this one as well for both arms. And then also just rotating the wrist both ways. And there is like more that you can do, and I think that you should be looking at a lot of them. There's a lot of good resources out there for what stretches that you could be doing. But I just wanted to put it out there that I think that you should be doing stretches before and after you play, and taking breaks while you're playing. The first thing that I like to do is I like to load up aim labs, and I like to start off with grid shot. And I want to quickly talk about, should you use an aim trainer? Should you not use an aim trainer? And I think that you should. I think that it just makes sense, and it is helping you specifically work on things that you think need more work on in isolation. And grid shot specifically isn't something that is an isolated drill for me. It's actually just to warm up. I think that it's really useful to just get like my whole body just like warm and into the flow of things, where I'm just like trying to quickly aim and try to shoot them as fast as I can. And then after grid shot, I like to go into a tracking task. Tracking is an aim mechanic that I think that CS players don't really focus on. It's not something that's used a lot in CS. I think that players from Overwatch and other types of FPS shooter games, Quake, are more used to different types of tracking. I think it's more specifically going to be helpful with pistol rounds. There's a lot of times where you're just going to be like slowly tracking someone's head as they're trying to like run across like a certain part of the map. So I think it's pretty useful, and I like to warm up with this as the second thing after I do my grid shot warm up routine. And for the final task of my aim labs warm-up routine, we have the Ballerina Ascent headshot map. And I know it says Valorant in the title, but rest assured, if you are a CS player, you can definitely use it. I think that is pretty helpful. I like the aiming style of it. It is a horizontal flicking map, and it feels pretty natural to me, and I like how it looks. So it's something that I like to end my warm-up routine with before I get into the CSGO portions. One of the options that you have for your warm-up routine is you could use a map like the CSGO Hub Prac map, which is the one that I'm currently on. It's very similar to aimbots. There's a lot of different maps that look very similar to this that provide the same functions, so it's whatever you like. And this is a map that I use either when I'm on LAN, when there's no internet connection, or it's when I don't feel like DMing right now because I keep getting shot in the back or the side of the head, and it's frustrating me. So I just go into this map, and it feels a little bit better to be able to just shoot, and it feels pretty good. And one of the commands that I think that you should turn on is weapon_accuracy_no spread 1. And basically just turns on no spread, as the command suggests. And I like putting it on because when I'm practicing, I don't want to have randomness introduced while I'm trying to see if I'm hitting the shot or not. So I like to put it on, and I know that there still is a little bit of RNG even with the command on. That's just like in the game engine or something like that. But I think that it just like helps like my ease of mind, where if I'm missing, I know that it's because I'm still missing and not because the RNG of the weapon. So I think that is pretty helpful, and I like using this from time to time. DMing is the main part of my routine. It's the one part that I spend the most time on. I think that you have to make sure that you're practicing the movement mechanics of your counter strafes and your crosshair placement around the map. I think it's probably the most important part. Obviously, you're going to be playing CS, so you need to be practicing in that game engine itself. I think aim trainers are super helpful. Aim Labs is really nice for focusing on isolated aim mechanics, but you still need to focus on the game of your choice. If you're a Valorant player watching this, then obviously just DM in Valorant. I think that you do need to practice the mechanics of how you're shooting in the game and how you're moving in the game and throughout the map. And in CS, it's the same thing. You need to make sure that you're practicing how it feels in the game. Everything needs to feel crisp. Your counter strafes have to feel good. Your crosshair placement around the map has to feel good. And overall, for about how much time that I spend on most of these, I think my Aim Labs routine takes about 10 to 15 minutes right now, and then I try to DM for about 35 to 45 minutes, and by that point I feel like I'm warmed up. Make sure that you stretch before you start playing. I think that is very important, and when you end up going to different types of tournaments, when you have a certain routine, it's going to help you a lot to feel more comfortable as you're playing, as you're in a different environment. Some of the things we can only control is what we do ourselves, and having a routine is just one of those things that will make you more comfortable and feel a little bit better when you're going to a new competition. All right, I hope that you guys liked that content. I hope that you liked seeing my warm-up routine. And keep in mind that this is just my warm-up routine, and sometimes I change it. I like doing different tasks sometimes. I like exploring different things that could be better for me. And whatever you do, just make sure that you're doing everything that you can, like working on the things that you know needs more work. If your tracking needs more work on that more. If your movement needs a little bit more work, focus on that in the warm-up. This is just getting ready for your start of the day, your start of your gaming session. So you have to make sure that whatever you're feeling a little bit uneasy about, you're kind of putting that a little bit more into focus as you're warming up and getting ready. And I hope that a lot of these tips are going to help you guys succeed in, whether it's team practice or if you're just going on, the FACEIT grind or FPL grind, whatever it is. I hope it helps you guys out. And thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See ya. Yeah, skip the whole entire 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Bailey, you're so good. You're so good. Yeah, you can skip 5 minutes, 6 minutes. You can skip straight to 7 minutes. It's a really underrated and focused on component of aiming that it's an... Bailey, you are just so distracting right now. Okay. Bailey, you are so cute.